just such an amazing photograph. Always love this. I think it's a really good choice. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about in the piece itself. Number one, I don't think you need this really huge white frame. I really don't. I think it's interfering with the communication of the whole piece. If anything, do a really thin white frame, or just bleed it to black. As far as the piece itself goes, this I kind of understand what you're doing here, but it's not working. International type style would not have juxtaposed these two words. In other words, you're putting a BE where the prepared is. So this is it's suffering. The legibility, therefore the meaning of the piece is suffering. And that's something that the international type style or Swiss design would not have tolerated. So, and plus, a lot of times in that style, the type would be angled to a certain degree, but never converging like this, creating this X. You just wouldn't see that. So the other thing is that the reason I don't think this typographic layout is working specifically well with this image is that if you take a look at what you got this point right here, and you're creating several different shapes with this point. Okay, here's a triangle, here's a triangle, here's a triangle, here's a triangle inside. Then you have these shapes over here. Okay, now you look at those shapes, and are they complementary in comparison to the shape of the photo itself? And I say no, because the photo doesn't have any jagged triangular geometric qualities to it. It's got really round curves and really rounded out visual elements, and then the plane is strictly a vertical plane. Oh, I'm sorry, a horizontal plane. For that reason, I would recommend using that horizontal plane to your advantage. What I would recommend from here, aside either removing or really reducing the size of that white frame, is to completely start your typography over and align your type left aligned with the quote rag right. Okay, the typeface looks good. However, I think the type is too large for the size of the composition. What I would do is I would take the image, place it up a little bit higher, take this visual horizontal plane. Okay, so let's say the image is right here. Then take that bottom of that visual horizontal plane right there, follow it here, and then create your text block right there. And that's going to draw a really a rational relationship between the type and the image itself by allowing you to follow the natural line of the image over to the type, allowing the viewer to do so instead of grappling with the image and then the type and then the image and the type. Allow them to work in concert seamlessly with one another. And then James agreed. I would definitely set your type, the type box more traditionally, hanging quotations. Try to decipher the natural cadence of the quote itself and use that for your line breaks. And then, of course, bring the title. The owner, James agreed, to the right of that left aligned right rag paragraph. Hope that all makes sense. I think this piece is going to be gorgeous. I really do. Right now, I'm just not seeing it. I hope my comments regarding the geometry of this side of the page as opposed to this side of the page, I hope that makes sense. If not, I think it's a pretty important concept to understand. Let me know. Let me know what your reactions are. I think you'll find that my comments make sense. So I'd like to know your reactions. All right, great job. Thank you.